Hello and welcome back. This is Rick Wegley with Ask NCM. We do our best to answer questions from our clients around the country. And this time of year in 2018, we just started the year off, we're talking about your forecasting for the year. And it's ironic to have questions and comments from clients as we're discussing. It's like, how did you come up with your forecast for your fixed operations for this year? And a lot of them will say that, well, we just picked a number. It was, 7% increase over last year. That's the target for the store. And I was like, there's a little bit more to it than that. If you're looking at forecasting for fixed operations particularly, we need to keep a few things in mind. Number one, we need to know what our true capacity is in the shop. Do we even have the capacity to hit the forecast that we've established? The second thing I'm going to need to know is how many vehicles are they planning on selling this year, and how many vehicles are we expecting to receive from the factory this year? Those PDI hours and those accessory hours are going to come off of my capacity for my service department. The second thing I'll need to know is how many of those vehicles are we going to have trades on? How many of them are we going to be reconditioning? What's the used vehicle department's forecast, and how many cars do they expect to sell? Between the number of trades we expect to take, the number of used cars we expect to sell, I can put together pretty much mathematically how many vehicles you're probably going to be seeing that are either going to be curb purchases or they're going to be vehicles that were purchased at the auction, and those are going to require some reconditioning time, sometimes to the tune of 2.5 to 3 hours per vehicle to have those ready for the lot. Now, all these things diminish our capacity in the service department, and after we've determined how many of our hours are going to be dedicated to taking care of our variable operations, then we can start backing into how many hours are we going to have for warranty, because we know that the warranty is pretty consistent in most brands with the exception of a few hiccups with recalls that kind of spike our traffic for a while and take up a little bit more of our hours. And then we can actually start to focus on our customer pay hours and how are we going to develop those hours. So first, know your capacity. Second, know what your variable operations are intending to do for the year, and third, then you can start to actually back into your customer pay, and last but not least, your parts department. The parts department is 80 to 85% of their business will be driven by the service department. So to complete the parts forecast, the parts department needs to know what the service department is going to forecast, and the service department will need to base their forecast on what variable operations is intending to do. If you have a question about forecasting, we have some really great information on that we offer in our NCMI courses. You're welcome to call us anytime. We can give you more information on those courses and help you take advantage of your capacities and maximize your 2018. Thanks for joining me today on this edition of Ask NCM. If you have a question you'd like to see us address on a future episode, please email your request to askncm@ncmassociates.com.